you on Southern All-Star Wrestling, and in the ring right now, wearing the Graceland jacket, is the Big Rig. Big Rig. Okay, well.
He's Big Rig Brown, Michael St. John. He's the world's greatest truck driver.
The world's greatest truck driver.
I've asked you before. I don't know if
and
he won a contest.
And the world's worst dresser.
Exactly. Hey, that's an improvement. What he's been wearing. He had a jacket with a boat on it for some reason, and it had another name on it, like Cliffhanger or something like that.
Boy, we get a bunch of characters in Southern All-Star Wrestling. And speaking of characters,
there's
none bigger. Everybody loves this young man. That is Eugene.
Here he goes, Super Eugene, going around the outside there. Look at the kids. You know, Eugene is cleaning up at the souvenir stand. I tell you, he's really doing it. Everybody loves Eugene, former WWE superstar.
Well, Eugene is in the house making his presence known. I think that's a Superman cape, but I think he had it on inside out.
He's got the backwards either. You know, he's the kind of guy I like. The simple people are the people I like. You know, the guys you can just talk to. The guys enjoy the simple things in life, and that is Eugene. He enjoys every simple thing in life and goes about his business in a simple way.
The TV main event here on Southern All-Star Wrestling. Big Rig against Eugene. Well, I'll tell you, they're both in Kansas Jayhawk colors. Rock Chalk Jayhawk from a recent football victory for that team. And Eugene right now offering to shake the hands of Big Rig.
I tell you, this Big Rig is... This Big Rig is not a guy to play with, Michael St. John. Big Rig has an outstanding drop kick. He's an amazing athlete. You know, a big talker, a big braggadocious person. He's not someone to be taken lightly at all.
Well, a very poor imitation of the Fargo strut, and now Eugene is going to attempt to do the same thing.
Oh!
Well, let's say this. It's going to be an entertaining match no matter what.
You got that right, Michael. It's the Big Rig Bully and Eugene about to lock up right here in the middle of the ring, right here in Southern All-Star Wrestling.
Well, we haven't seen any wrestling out of either athlete right now, but I can assure you once it gets started. You know, Eugene, for all the comedic value that he has, and of course, he may be a little absent-minded, let's say, but when he gets in the ring, he knows just about all the holds. In fact, he reminds me a lot of all the different holds and actions that he puts together of the Johnny Walker, the great Mr.
Yeah, you know,
Wrestling
he's really a history lesson in himself. When Eugene's in the ring and you see other fans, you've seen him do a lot of moves and stuff, mimicking other wrestlers that he's admired over the years, and it's a history lesson when he gets going with the leg drops, with the elbow drops, with the certain holds. You go, hey, I remember that. That was what Mr. Wrestling 2 had. That was what, you know, Hulk Hogan had. That's what Randy Savage had. And he's good for the kids to watch.
And like you say, he watches a lot of old wrestling shows. What can you say? And then mimics whoever he sees.
He's a student of the game, that's for sure.
I had a chance to work with him and a veteran of the wrestling wars, Dennis Condrey.
Yeah.
And boy, oh boy, I'll tell you, they locked it up pretty good.
You can learn a lot from those guys.
And right now, Eugene with that arm twist and drag on the Big Rig Bully, and the Bully is on his back.
Big Rig Bully, what's he got on there? He's got the Confederate flag shorts on, Big Rig Bully. He's a mystery. He's an enigma with what his attire and the way he goes about things.
Side headlock grabbed by Big Rig on Eugene. Slows him down in the ring. You know, Eugene in the ring, he's a little unorthodox, to say the least, and I think the best way that the wrestlers and his opponents take advantage of him is by holding him at bay. Now a little crisscross action in there. Eugene just letting it continue.
Oh! Big poke to the eyes.
And Eugene with a drop-down leg trip and ride that cowboy.
He's riding him.
Save a horse, ride the Big Rig.
Big Rig Bully being taken for a ride. He's usually taking the Big Rig out for a ride. I think he's had enough, Michael St. John.
Had enough.
He's been embarrassed. He's threatening to leave the Millersville Madhouse.
Well, Big Rig not very happy on how this match is
I
turned.
just saw Eugene. He just flashed the Von Erich claw right there. There's your little history lesson. If you've seen the recent DVDs on the Von Erichs and Kevin Von Erich,
indeed.
those are really great.
There's some good stuff on there.
That's what Eugene brings back to you when he flashes the claw. You don't see that move anymore. Very effective move.
Very, very seldom do you see it. And, of course, the remaining standing member of the Von Erich family, Kevin, has been doing some wrestling, I understand, in Texas and Oklahoma again.
Right.
Eugene proving he can count to 15.
Eugene like an emergency vehicle there. You see, if you saw that E in your rearview mirror, it would be turned around. You would know Eugene's after you.
I thought it was a 3 there, Jack, but I think you're right. It's a backward E.
It's a backward E for Eugene. I assume it could be a 3. To him, it could be a 6 or an 8. Who knows?
Oh, listen to this now. Big Rig Bully mocking Eugene.
I'll tell you, Michael St. John, Big Rig Bully. I've talked to him. He's not won a match here in Southern All-Star Wrestling. He has taken a couple of good wrestlers to the limit. He really wants a big win, and he could get it here over Eugene, a former WWE superstar. Who would you rather have your first win plus first big win over? I mean, a guy like this, a guy of this caliber.
Oh, look at Eugene. That's called a butt bite.
Oh!
He's locked on and not letting go.
The jaws of Eugene. Maybe
you know, I've seen a lot, Jack, but that's the first time I've seen that whole hell for that. Like,
oh!
Referee getting a little bite. Maybe Eugene didn't get his meal before his match.
You get a taste for it. You know, it's an acquired taste, I'm sure.
Well, you know, in the WWE, they do feed them a buffet a few hours before they get into the ring to make sure
it's like deer meat. You know, I've heard people say they eat deer meat, and you just got to have it after that, you know.
You never can tell. And with Eugene in the ring, like you say, you never can tell.
Wait, when you go to the emergency room, what do you tell them? What do you tell them? How you got bites like that?
I think it's the same thing Richard Gere said many years ago, but we won't go there.
Yeah.
And right now, Big Rig Bully taking advantage. He wasn't too happy, and he's still holding the buttock part of his anatomy from time to time.
I tell you, when this guy gets frustrated, this guy gets on a roll. Big Rig Bully, look at him. Going up to the mid-rope right there now with a choke.
Yes,
he can really put the schools to you.
Flat out choking Eugene. And right now, this match, this is a critical point. Eugene has got to maintain here because Big Rig Bully, I think, can take it. Oh! DDT, the front face DDT. 1, 2, and he got 2, but he didn't get 3 because Eugene grabbed the ropes to break the count.
Eugene's veteran enough to get the rope to break that hold right there. Let's say Eugene's a simple guy. He knows his way around in the ring, and you know how a lot of people are that play that they're, kind of don't know what's going on, but they really do. That's Eugene.
Big scoop slam there by Big Rig Bully. 1, 2, got a 2 count again. Boy, did you see he just flat-footed picked that man up?
I'm telling you, he is a great athlete, Big Rig Bully.
You know, you hate to say this, but you see this Big Rig Bully, you see this is the type of athlete, a good wrestling manager. Oh, beautiful drop kick. But, this is the type of athlete, if a Paul Adams were to get a hold of this guy.
The manager of champions, Paul Adams, if he had this guy, you've got to wonder down the line if that's going to happen. I would say it may. If I was a betting man, I would say it would at some point, and then you would see Big Rig Bully's stock rise and him go straight to the top.
You know, as wrestling managers go, you go back in the day and you look at the Saul Weingrofs and the Sir Clements and the wrestling managers that came in and out of the Mid-South. And now you don't see that as much. You see valets, but then you got a guy like Paul Adams that's lurking in the wings. And, sooner or later, he's going to bring to Southern All-Star Wrestling a team that just is indisputably a great team.
Paul Adams, I question the way he goes about things, but I guess the little things are what makes a wrestler, that little push, that little hint of strategy, even the confidence, I hate to count the things when somebody's getting hit with a stick or Paul Adams is wrapping a towel around him. But, yes, Paul Adams could help this guy.
And Big Rig Bully grabbing the ropes for a little extra leverage on that reverse chin lock, trying to keep the referee from seeing it because right now Eugene is about out. It looks pretty serious out there because Eugene
Wait a minute, Michael. I think he's... Oh, he looked briefly there. He looked like he's hulking up a little bit.
Well, let's see what Eugene can do. Can he get a second win here against Big Rig Bully? Bully caught. Eugene pounded in the back as Bully right now having his way with the man out of the WWE recently, of course, former WWE superstar, Eugene.
You know, he was a tag team champion with Steven Regal there for a while in WWE, so he's you know, he's had some championships, had a run with Triple H. You know, he's even been in there with a Rock, not in a match situation, but this is a guy that's been in the ring with the best in the business.
Well, right now you can see some of that great training coming to Eugene. Is just Eugene's in a whole new world.
Oh, look out. Uh-oh, he is hulked up.
We know where that came from.
He is hulked up right now. He's pointing Big Rig Brown. Big fist to the face of Big Rig.
Oh! That's a chop. And Eugene pouring it on Big Rig Bully right now. Caught him with the leg.
Big boot.
And you're right, he's hulking up.
He's cupping the air right there. You know who that is now? The big, oh, look out.
There's
big
the leg drop. He's learned well. Nope.
Oh, wait
no,
a
he
minute.
only got 2. I thought he had 3.
He
Eugene
said
put up
Eugene
3
said it's
fingers.
Eugene saying it's 3. Just
Eugene,
like the 3 or E that he's got on right there.
I saw the 3 go
Yeah.
up, and that's where I went. Blame that one on me.
Uh-oh, look out, he's coming. Oh, he's doing the John Cena.
Here's Eugene.
Oh!
That was supposed to be an elbow drop.
He said, you can't see me, just like Cena did. Just like, you know, he's hanging around these WWE guys too much.
The crowd calling for the FU, but right now Big Rig Bully has him caught and smiling at the table because, hey, he's telling me I'm going to ring the bell real soon. Nice block by Eugene.
Oh, Stone Cold Stunner. He's out there with a Stone Cold
He's
Stunner.
used every move in the book. I'll ring it now.
You can ring it now, Michael St. John. Eugene is your winner. Eugene over a Big Rig Bully. Look at him, hugging the referee. Here he comes, Eugene. Everybody loves him.
And Eugene gets the win. Eugene victorious here on Southern All-Star Wrestling. Boy, oh boy, what a program. We're going to wrap things up right after this, right here on Southern All-Star Wrestling.
Freddie Morton brings back professional wrestling action to Columbia, Tennessee.